Yes, good morning, everyone. In the last class, we were discussing about EtherChannel. So why do we use this EtherChannel? To physically bundle, means to logically bundle the
What is that protocol? TP, EtherChannel, Ethernet, RIP, and OSPF. That's type question.
all are wrong.
All are,
Wrong.
but the answer was the Ethernet like that.
Where you have seen that?
With online, which come quick, give the example. Out of 20, 11 questions.
So EtherChannel, it is used to bundle multiple physical link into the single logical link. Now, what is the advantage it provides you? Backup, that is redundancy, and more speed. Correct? Now, we have different methods to do this EtherChannel. One is a static method. One is dynamic method. In the static method, we use command mode on. Right? In this, it is not going to negotiate to form the EtherChannel. Here, we need to manually configure the EtherChannel. Right? In this, different protocols is being used. Like one is PAgP and one is LACP. What is PAgP? Port aggregation protocol. This is a Cisco feature. And this is open standard. Right? In this, we have two mode. One is auto mode and one is desirable. Auto mode will not negotiate to form the EtherChannel. Who will negotiate? Desirable mode. In this LACP, what we have? Active mode and passive mode. And who is going to negotiate to form EtherChannel? Active will negotiate, passive will accept the request. Correct, no? So yesterday we have discussed regarding this, and even we have discussed like what all the STP states we have. Then BPDU guard, BPDU filter. And even we have discussed regarding the port fast.
RSTP also.
Yes, RSTP also. So any doubt in any of the topic? If no doubt, then I will start with the configuration of the EtherChannel. So let's start. So first we'll take here two switches. And between them, we will be having multiple links. We have taken how many links? 4 links. Now come to the first one. CLI. Enable config space D. Host name is S1. Then interface range F0124. Interface range F0124. Then channel group. Channel group, then give a question mark. What it says? Here we need to write the channel group number. Means how we have here interface number F01, F02, F03 like that. So here also when we are combining it and we are forming it one, so we need to give a number to that. Right? So what any number we can give? So it is saying you that you have to give a number from 1 to 6. Let's say we'll be giving here 5, for example. Then what it says, you have to specify the mode here. Now, Why it is not asking you to give any protocol? Because you have not told only. You have not configured that channel group, channel protocol. That's why directly it is asking you regarding the mode. So as we're using a static method, so what we will use a static in this mode is on. It is showing you that these are the modes: active mode, auto mode, desirable mode, and passive mode. Whereas what we will use on. Why? Because we are using now static. So we'll write here mode on command, single line command. Even we need to do the same thing on the other side as well. Enable config space T, host name is S2, interface range F0, 1, 2, 4, and channel group. See, this side also we have to give a number, but it is mandatory to have the same number? No, because this side we can have F01, this side we can have F02 also, no problem. So we can give any number between the range 1 to 6. So let's say that side I have given 5, so this side I will give 6. So mode is on. Done. Now you see what will happen. Every side is green, no? See, come to option and remove this. Correct? All the ports are active now because we have commanded to form the single one. Now, how will you verify this? Give exit and show ether channel. What it says. Layer 2 ether channel we are doing now. How many ports it has bundled? 4. What is the maximum number of port it can bundle? 8. Show ether channel summary. Now see, what is the group number we have given? 5, that we have combined it and then we have given the 5 number. It is saying you port 5 and SU means what? S means here layer 2 and U means in use. So layer 2 in use. See why it is telling you that it is layer 2 in use? Not because of using layer 2 switches, because we have not configured the IP on the combined port. Right? Just what we have done here, we have bundled the port. We have not configured any IP. When we'll configure the IP, then it will start acting as a layer 3. And what are the ports we have bundled? It is showing you all these three. Right? This is the static method where we have used mode on command. Same this side we can also check. Do show ether channel and do show ether channel summary. So this side what we have given group number is 6. And here we have bundle F01, F02, F03 and F04 port numbers. Fine. So in the static method, just a single line command is required. Channel group mode on, that's all. But when we will use dynamic method, see, even though if I am using here layer 3 switches, between them also it will show you layer 2 ether channel only because we will not configure any IP address. How many we have taken? 8. Now come to this switch. CLI. No. Enable config space T. Host name is S1. Now this side I have to use the protocol. Now I will use protocol PAgP. So whenever you are going to use that, for that first you need to give the interface range number F01 to 8 Then I need to specify which protocol I am going to use. So channel protocol. Channel hyphen protocol, give a question mark. It says here that we have here LACP and PAgP as an option. So for the first, I'm going to use here PAgP. So I will write here PAgP. Channel hyphen protocol PAgP. Then channel group. Here also we need to specify what? Group number. Now this side, now we have both group numbers. In the static method, we were having only 1 to 6. Here it is showing you from 1 to 48. So let's say I will be writing here 8, for example, channel group number 8. What is mode? Now you know that in the case of PAGP, we have two mode. Either it is auto mode or it is desirable. See, if I am putting here this side as an auto mode, it means I need to put other side as a desirable. Then only negotiation will take place. No? Done? Now give exit. Then you come to the next switch. Give no. Enable config space t. Host name as S2. Same interface. Range is from F0, 1 to 8. First channel protocol, that is PAGP. Then channel group. Now this time maybe group number I will take as of 11 or 10. Mode is, if I'm giving a question mark, it shows that these are the mode: active, auto, desirable, on, and passive. So what we have to give here? Desirable, because already we have given that side as a auto. And auto is not going to negotiate to form the ether channel. That side, that's why we will give here desirable.
Vishal,
Hmm.
the group number can be changed, not we should not keep the same.
No, we can keep same also, no problem.
So what
We
makes
can
the
keep
difference
same.
if I change it?
No any difference. See, like how we had this side, like for example, this side we have F01, for example, and this side
Mhm.
also we have taken F01. No problem, we can connect. If we have one more option, F01 also we have this side. This side we can connect with F0/0. No difference. Just why I'm changing it, I want to show you that we can change. That's why.
It doesn't make any difference. Like if
It
you
no
keep it the
difference.
same also, still it works in the same way.
Still it works. It's like a port number. How we have a port number here? F01 is what? Port number only. So what we are
Mm-hmm.
going to do here, that we are going to combine multiple port to the single logical port. And based on that, we are assigning one number here. That's why. That's all. Port
Okay.
number we can say.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Understood. Thank you.
Huh? No, how you can assign different protocol. Huh? Then how it will match with the modes. Okay. So this side we have configured it. Now come to this second switch. Here also we have configured. Hmm. So give exit and check show ether channel and see here. Here also it shows that maximum how many ports can be bundled, 8 only. And it is showing you that this is a protocol that we have used. And why it is showing you that port channel is 1? Because we have combined it to form a 1. That's why. Right? Then you can verify using show ether channel summary. And here it is showing you all the port number that has been bundled. Clear? Still it is showing you what? SUI, because we have not configured any IP on the combined port. Even you can check show copy interface brief. So see, it is saying you that all this is a port channel we have created with a number 8 and it is up. And what all the port you have combined to form this? All these three 8 port. Fine. And when will you check? It is also showing you that which protocol we have used, like a PAgP we have used. So commands are approximately same only for whether you are using PAgP or LACP. Just mode will change. So ether channel, using a static method. Just we used to give the command here, interface range and interface number. Then what we write? Channel group, then number and mode is on. Okay, we'll discuss that one. At CCNA level, I have questions also, MCQ questions. I'll share you. I will not share you. We'll discuss here only in the class. You will tell me the answers, okay? Not today, but at last. MCQ questions I have for complete syllabus. So
You ask the question.
no. Interface range. That I will share. So I think I have not shared since so many days. I will share today. List of the questions for the interview practice. Then channel. Protocol. Then we have to mention here that which protocol it is. PAgP. Then channel group and group number. Then mode is either auto or
Desirable.
disc.
And we have to make sure one side is auto, one side is desirable for sure.
If both
Otherwise
side
it
is
will.
desirable, then it is also
Hmm.
fine. But at least one side should be desirable.
By default, it is what it is if we don't do this.
By default, you need to specify in the case of ether channel.
Okay, there is no default thing in there.
Yeah, because that is like not a port. By default, port is in the auto mode only, but that is a individual port. So if we talk about the combined also, it is going to be the auto only, right? Because we have already discussed, we have even seen that by default is in the auto. But here we need to specify that.
Okay, protocol we have to mention. That's why. Okay, got it.
So what are the flags?
Hmm?
Flags in ether channels.
Where it is.
Down. Yeah.
Where? This one. This one. That is failed to allocate the aggregator. Okay, you want to know about all these things, right? So D is for down. This is when we have started the port channel. So it shows here P stands for port channel. I for standalone means you have combined the multiple links, but individual link is also present there. Let's say you have 8 links, but you have combined the 6 or 7, but still one of the link is left. That's why we can say like a standalone. Hot standby is only the case when you will get in the LACP only. And this is when we will be having backup. Like I told you, know, one will be as active, rest will be as a standby, because here we have 16, and in that in the multiple like 8 and 8 like that. That's why rest layer 3 we will be seeing when we will be using layer 3, because now we are using what layer 2 because we have not configured the IP addresses. Okay. Then like unsuitable for bundling, like when we are going to have different speed, link speed is not matching in that case. Fine. Waiting to be aggregated, like when it is waiting, like we have initiated the protocol, but still it has not formed that. Like that only we have S2 for layer 2, and it is failed to allocate the aggregator in any case if it is not able to form the aggregation. That's why. Huh. Yeah, it should be in the multiple of 8 only. 8 and see, yes, like that only it is going to be. So first, if you have written that it should be all 10, you have bundled it. So in that case, 8 plus 2, it is going to show you. Maximum is going to be 8 only for the first. How many we have taken? 10. 11. Come to the first switch. Host name is what? S1. Now what we will give here? Interface range F0, 1 to 11. Channel protocol LACP. Channel group number. See, this is the range it is showing you 1 to 6, 5. Let's move 5 only. Mode is what? Active or passive? Active. Okay. Come this side. Same we will give 5 only. Mode is what? Passive. Now we'll see. Give exit and show ether channel. Okay, let me check. Show ether channel summary. Okay, it has bundled all the ports. It will show you that it has bundled, but 8 is going to be for the transmission purpose. Rest will be as a backup. It is not going to use all the 16 ports at one time. It is going to use in the multiple of 8, but it will show you what that it is available right now. Standby. Standby. See, it says no that maximum ports that we can bundle is for 16. And here, how many we have bundled? 11. Not showing all these things. One, two, three, four. Okay, it is not showing all these things. Just it is showing you that all are active, right?
IP interface brief, you check.
That
There
I
also
will
it will
show IP interface brief.
show
So it
you
is
up
same thing, 5, and all the ports will. See, ports are
till
going to
up
be
to
up only, but for actual transmission purpose, like a active or a standby, it will select some or not all the links it is going to use at the same time. That we wanted
so
to say.
so what in the status it will show backup,
Not as a backup, but like a standby, we can say.
but in real scenario it will show here where the status up it's showing it will say standby here
No, no.
after
Here it
8.
will be showing you. Here it will be showing you up only. But if I have used, say, there are multiple commands. Like if I am using so ether channel load balance, in that it can show you how it is setting the traffic. Because in the load balancing, it will show you know with
Mm-hmm.
what traffic it is, with what interfaces it is going to send the traffic. So it is not supported here. That's why it is not showing you. See, it not shows. Just it's missing everything. And when we check show it's a channel uh, summary, just it shows this one only. Even we have multiple commands also, notice that is not possible to show with the Cisco packet tracer. Let me see. Hmm. See, like we can check here, show it's a channel just port, displays the detailed instances of the local configuration. Then we have like a show LACP never detail, so PAgP never detail, so interface port channel with port channel ID, right? We can give all these detailed things to show. But we will give show interface port channel, then port channel ID. That is not there in this case, right? Same as we have like LSO, LSP counters also. So many more things we have. See, it shows here that it's LSCP max bundle number and member interfaces is configured on a port channel interfaces. So all these things is beyond the CCNA level. Just we need to understand this part only, whatever we are discussing now. Fine. So just you need to understand here that in the case of LACP also, though it is going to bundle all the multiple ports, but it is going to use in the multiple of 8 and 8 like that. Fine. So command that we have used here. Done. This one. This one, like when we have same case, like you have two switches. This side you also we have so many PCs connected, and with the second switch also so many PCs is connected. You want it, they should have always the communication should happen, and you have multiple links between them. Why? Because to get more speed, to get backup, like if any one of the link is not working, then also multiple links should be present that should allow the communication. Then only.
In job selection process, placement process,
Hmm.
is practical when
They will not check the practicals. They will just ask you the questions.
they, they give the scenario.
Huh, it can be. Interview questions can be like a scenario based also, or it can be direct also. Like what is it a channel, what is PAgP, these things.
They are asked directly what is design model.
Huh, correct only. So then after this, what will happen? We need to configure here uh, LACP, and we need to, like we can use any of the methods. Just we have to assign the IP address on the combined port, and it will be acting as what? Layer 3. Fine. So let's see how it happens. So for that, we will be taking here layer 3 switches only. Now what happens though? If you need to configure the IP on the combined port, first you need to give a command. Give no enable config space t host name is S1. Now what is the command that we have to give here? Interface range F0125. You will give here no switch port. What we need to give here? No switch port. Then only we can assign the IP address on the combined port. So now we have given here no switch port. Then we'll write here channel protocol. Any protocol we can use, whether it is PAgP, whether it is LSP, like that. Let's say I will be using here PAgP only. Then channel group number we have to specify. I'm using a group number here, 5. Okay. Then mode we have to specify. Either it can be auto or it can be desirable. For example, we are going with the desirable only. Okay, we have given this command. Now, once it is done, then you need to implement the IP address on the combined port. See, what is the group number we have taken here? 5. It means we need to configure the IP on the port 5, where we have to configure port 5. Then give exit and give interface number port 5. interface number, port 5. Then IP address. Any IP address we can give. Let's say I'm giving here 192.168.1.1.255.255.255.0. Done. Already the port is up only, but not required to give. Just we have given. And at last, what we have to give here? Give exit. And at last, you need to give one more command, IP routing. Okay. Same thing, we have to do it on the other side as well. Here also we need to configure. If no, enable and show IP interface brief. And show channel. See, here what happened? That this interface is up, no? All 5. Rest other is down. Correct? Because we have done this at what? Desirable. Now decide, again we need to combine and form the IP. We have to assign the IP. Host name is S2. What is the interface range we have? F0, 1 to 5. Then what we write here? First we need to write here no switch port. Then we will write here channel. First protocol that we have used, PAgP. Then channel, group number. 5 also we can take, same also. Mode is either we can have desirable or auto. So let's make it here desirable. Because desirable also from the EtherChannel. Then we need to assign the IP on the port 5, interface port 5. IP address. Now, here the IP should be of same network, no? Because they both are directly connected. Correct? 192.168.2.255.255.255.0. Okay, okay. And at last, what we have to give? Done. Sometime if it is not coming up, just to give interface range F0, 1 to 5 and 1 to 5. Interface range F0, 1 to 5 and give here no shut, give exit. This side also. Now you check on the switches. Show ether channel. And what is the group state? Layer 3. So ether channel. Summary. And what it says, are you in use? What it says? Are you? It means layer 3.
Layer 3 use.
Why? Because we have configured the IP. And when you will check show IP interface brief, here it is showing you that this is the IP that we have configured on the port channel 5. Clear? So we can use the same method for the LACP as well. No problem. layer 3 Ether channel. Here what we have to do, here we have to first give here interface range. Then
No switch port.
then we have discussed all the things, right? So LACP types, yes. So LACP is defined under IEEE 802.1 AX. Okay. This is regarding the PAgP. The other modes in the channel we have on for manually configured the channel, no protocol. Active use with LACP, the interface will actively attempt to form an LACP link, whereas passive will used with the LACP only, but the interface will respond to the LACP negotiation, but will not be initiating them. Same the desirable used to with PAgP, the interface actively attempts to negotiate a PAgP link. An auto used with the PAgP only, but it responds to the PAgP negotiation, but does not initiate it. Clear? This is regarding the Ether channel. Now we'll start with the port security. See, now so that we can assign the IP address on the combined port of the switches. Generally, on a switch, you cannot assign the IP on the port. You have to assign the IP on the interface VLAN. But here we wanted to assign it on the port. That's why we need to give a command no switch. Okay. Now, port security is a layer 2 security. The name only suggests port security means here what we are going to protect. we will be implementing the security feature on the port. Right now, see what it says. That port security is a feature that allows network admin to control which devices can connect to a switch port by limiting and securing the access based on the MAC address. It allows you to control which devices are allowed to connect to a switch port based on their MAC address. Port security is a security features that helps to protect network by allowing only authorized devices to connect to the switch ports. Unauthorized can be detected and can be denied. So port security is enabled on the switch port where it filters the traffic. Either it is going to allow or it is going to deny based on MAC address. It means in this, what is the criteria it uses to filter? MAC address. Now, in this, what happens? No, by default, let's understand with the situation only. We'll take a scenario. We have a switch. This side we have one PC, and this side also we have one PC. This is PC1. This is PC2. Let's say this is the interface number F0/0. And here we have the interface number as F0/1. IP for the PC1 is going to be, let's say, 10.1.1.1. And here we have the IP as 10.1.1.2. Now what happens that if we try to ping from PC1 to PC2, then from PC1 at interface F0/0, how many MAC address it will reach? One. PC1, one MAC address. So F0/0 is going to receive how many MAC address? One MAC address. So by default, also one MAC address is allowed. Right now, by default, how many MAC address will be allowed with a single switch? With a single switch port number, ports, each port. One only. We can modify that also, no problem. But by default, it is one only. But what we can do, let's say we are configuring here with a command that interface F0/0 switch port security. Just you have given this line. What is the command you have given here? Interface. Interface number is what? F0/0. And then you have given switch port and port security. Now with this command, what happens that you have just implemented the port security on a switch. And with this command, it is going to allow only one MAC address from one switch port. If it gets more than one MAC address, then it will put the port into the error disabled state. Getting? With this command, port security will be enabled on the F0/0 port, and it will allow only one MAC address. Okay, if it gets more than one MAC address, then it will put the port into error disable state. If I am telling you error disabled state, it means what? Down state. It will not be working. So what could be the situation where I can get more than one? Let's consider that we have taken with the same interface only one switch. Means what you did, you remove this PC from that particular interface F0/0 and you have connected one switch with this. What you have done? You have connected a switch, and then after that you have taken one more PC and you have connected here PC. Now in this scenario, piece F0/0 interface is going to receive how many MAC address? Two MAC address. One is for this switch and one is for this particular PC. And as soon as it gets two MAC address, then what it does? It will put the port into the error disabled state. It means first that port security that we are using here. So first condition in this, it uses based on the number of MAC address that should be allowed on per port. Right? This is the first condition. Now, the demerit of this feature is, let's say, for example, with F0/0, we have connected now PC1. So it will allow one MAC address. Now it got connected with PC2. Then also we have one switch to. Then it is getting here two MAC address. It will deny. Now what if you have disconnected this PC1, but there is one attacker PC, he has directly connected with F0/0. He has not used any switch. What he did? Directly connected with interface F0/0. In this case also what will happen? This interface will receive only single MAC address. And if it is getting single MAC address, what it will do? Allow. Right? So though it is going to provide you, but it is not most efficient way. We need to have more control in the network. So for that, the second method is useful. What you do in the second method? One more like options we have. We specify the MAC address. In this, what we write? Interface F0/0. Same example I'm taking. Then we write switch port and port security. Then what we write? Switch port port security, and MAC address. We specify the MAC address that has to be allowed here. Right now. So what happened with this command? We specify that only this particular MAC address should be allowed from this interface. In this, it is not going to control the traffic based on the number of MAC address. Instead, it is going to control the traffic based on the MAC address that has been specified. Okay.
Vishal, before that, should we do switch port mode access?
Switch port. Yes, switch port mode access is required. Okay, just I will show you in the command later. So here we have done this. With this command, we have to specify that only this particular MAC address would be allowed from this interface. I think even here also it's required. You need to first give switch port mode access. Okay. Now, what happened that with this command, we have done that part. If it gets any other MAC address, then it will put the port into error disabled state. So always it is going to put the port into the error disabled state only? No. Always it is not going to put the port into the error disabled state because we have different violation mode. See here what it says. By default, whenever you will implement port security, and if you will not mention which violation mode it has to follow, by default, always it will use shutdown. What it will use? Shutdown. And in this case, what happens in any other scenario, if it is getting, let's say, more than one MAC address, shut down. Other MAC address, shut down. Why? Because by default, it is using the shutdown method. I can use multiple two more options, like what we have, protect or restrict. So what happens in the when you will specify restrict, then it is in this method, in the restrict, it will discard the message coming from the unauthorized MAC address, but your port will be up. How we have seen in the case of BPD filter. That I told you know that what it does, it discards the BPD messages, but the port remains up. Same here also. The port remains up, but it will discard the messages. It will not allow it. And one more advantage is there with the restrict, that it is going to have a violation count. What is violation count? Let's say that particular PC has sent 4 packets. So it will show you that it has tried it has sent you 4 packets. Again, it will send 4 more packets, which will say you 8. So 8 violation counts. Again, more 4, then 12 violation count. Like that. It keeps on counting the violation count. How many times the external users has tried to access your internal device. But same thing we will be having in the protect also, but in the protect, violation count is not there. Okay. What is not in the violation protect? Violation count. Now in this, what happens now? See, till here, what we discussed, that in this we are filtering based on the number of MAC address. In this, we have specified the MAC address. Now you only tell me, let's say at present you want to implement it on the single interface, then it is fine also for you. That you will copy the MAC address of the PC, then you will write on the in the command that this is the MAC address that you have to allow. Is it possible for you to implement it on all the ports? For all the ports, you need to copy the MAC address, paste the MAC address, like lengthy task it is. That's why we have one more method that is called as a sticky method. What we have? The sticky method. So what we do in the sticky method, that we will inform the port that you have to remember the MAC address whoever is communicating for the first time from your interface. For example, we will write here what interface, interface number. Now, why we need to write here switch port mode X is the reason, because we need to implement it on the access port. Generally, we implement switch port security on the access port. Okay, that's why we need to write here what switch port mode access. Then we write here switch port and port security. Switch port security, MAC address, and at last we'll write here sticky. Okay. With this command, switch will learn the MAC address that it is receiving on the port number that has been specified on the port number where the port security is enabled.
Vishal,
Hmm.
port security violation also there, no? The command port security
We'll come to that.
violation.
We'll come to that. So in this, if it gets traffic from any other MAC address, then it will put the port into shutdown, or we can say error disabled state. It means still we have not used any violation command. So we'll add that also one by one. Multiple MAC addresses, no. At one time, how? Like if you are doing like that, then how you will set the sequence? See, we can tell, we can like maximum MAC address, we can change that. That okay, as of now it is one, so I can change it to the five. That is possible. But now you will tell that okay, I need to specify that this is a port number. With that, you need to use permit this MAC address also, permit this MAC address also, permit this MAC address also. Multiple MAC address you are telling. So, but at one time you will be connecting one device only. At one time, we need to connect only one devices. Clear till here? Now, what are the violation mode? First, we will write as a shutdown. This is the default violation mode. In this, if port security enabled port receives any traffic, it will put the port into error disabled state. Then we have is a protect. In this mode, wait. In this mode, if port security enabled, port receives any traffic, it will put the port into, it will put the port it will put the port into upstate, but will not allow the traffic. At last, we have restrict. Same thing. In this mode, if a port security enabled port receives any traffic, it will put the port in up state, but will not allow the traffic, and will also have a violation count.
Actually, it will discard the packet, right?
Say
Little up. You're saying I'm a little confused about this.
up means
It
port
will,
is up. Port will not be down.
but the packet will be
Right.
dropped, right?
Right. Packet will be dropped, but port is up only. No?
Yeah, little in there, I got confused. Yeah. Okay. Technically, shutdown and protect mode are doing the same job, right?
Just the difference is in this the port will be up. Done. Do it fast. We'll show you all these three methods at one time only, using different switches. Same here also, like as we have configured on the individual port, we can also go with the multiple ports, like with the range. Here we'll give the IPS 10.0.0.1. This one is 10.0.0.2. Now come to this switch, CLI, give enable config space T. Now, if you want to check, so how will you check? Show port security switch port. No, so port security on interface F0/1. This is the command to check the port security. What is the command? So port security interface and interface number. Now what it says, port security is disabled. Why? We have not used now. What is the port status? Secure down, the default one. Violation is what? Shutdown. Aging time is not there now. Agent time is not, and it is showing you how many maximum MAC addresses is allowed. One. We have not configured only, and no any sticky MAC address is present there. So first we need to give the command. So first come to config space T, where I want to create this on interface F0/1, this one. On interface F0/1, we will give the command switch port security. What it says, command rejected. Why? It is in dynamic auto. We have to convert into the access. Switchport mode is access. Then you will give switchport port security. That's all. Okay. Now you give exit. Do show port security. Check with enable mode. Show port security on interface F0/1. And here it shows you that port security is enabled. And violation mode is what? Shutdown. Fine. Now you configure the IP. Come to desktop. 10.0.0.2. No default gateway is required. Then 10.0.0.1. Then come to this PC and ping to 10.0.0.2. It is pinging. One MAC address is allowed. It is pinging also. Now what you do, you take one more switch here. And one more PC here. Now you connect. It's up now. Come to this PC. Desktop IP configuration. Assign one IP 10.0.0.3. Then come to command prompt. And you will ping to which PC? That one only. Okay. Wait. Not like this. First, I need to remove this. No, I have to connect with same interface, not with a difference one. Okay. Remove this. Remove this also. And now you connect this with interface F01. Okay. Now come to command prompt. We have configured the IP, right? Yes. Now you ping 10.0.0.1. What will happen now? Not able to ping. It is not pinging also, and it is also putting the port in the shutdown. See, it is in red color. Correct, no? So if it is in red color, it means this is down. Understood this? The first method, it is controlling based on what? Based on the number of MAC address that is being allowed here. Show port security on interface F0/1. Okay. Here it is going to show you what? That this is the last MAC address that has communicated with me. Okay. If I try one more time. Same, right? This is regarding the first one. So in the command that we have written, just to add in this, that after this interface number, you need to write what? Switch port mode access. Okay. Here also we have to add in this one also. Correct, no? Now come to this PC. Here I am not going to allow with the help of single number, but here we need to specify the MAC address. So how will you specify? See, you come to this PC, desktop. Okay. First come to physical. Now come to config. See here fast internet of the PC. Here is the MAC address of the PC. Copy this, then come to switch, enable config space T, then interface number is what? F0/1. Switch port mode is access, and switch port security, port security MAC address. And if you will give a question mark, what it says? It says that either you assign the 48-bit MAC address, or you can write it here sticky so that I can learn it automatically. But here I wanted to assign. Okay. So just will paste here. Done. That's all. With this command, what will happen? Just it is going to do the shutdown. That's all. With this command, it will prefer shutdown mode only. But I want to change the violation mode. So again, I will give a question, one more command. Switch port security violation. Switch port security and violation. What is the violation mode? Let's take here protect. So I will go with the protect. It means even in this case, I have changed the violation mode. That's why. Now, once it is done, then come to this PC, assign IP. .10.0.0.2. Come to this one. Done. Now come to this one. Ping 10.0.0.1. Now it will ping because already I have given that this MAC address is allowed. That's why it is pinging here. But what will happen if I will change the PC? It will not ring. It will not ping. Now it is pinging, no? So take one more PC. Now first you need to remove this. Now with the same interface, I will be connecting here one different PC. Come to this PC. Desktop IP configuration. Assign the IP. Let's say 10.0.0.3. Come to command prompt ping. What will happen? It will not ping. And even your port will not be down. Port will be up, but packet will drop because we have used here violation. Which violation mode? Protect. Still your port is up. Check. You have exit. Show port security switch port. Sorry, interface. F0/1. What it says here, port security is enabled. And what is the violation mode we have used? Protect. What is the total maximum MAC address is there? 1. And how many configured? 1. Clear? Now come to the last one. First you configure the IP on the PCs. Interface F01. switchport, mode, access, switchport, port security, MAC address, sticky. This time it is sticky, okay? Sticky also, and one more, I will change the violation mode to the restrict. Switchport, port security, violation mode is going to be restrict. Correct, no? Then give exit. And for the first time, you need to enable the communications between them so that the switch can learn the MAC address. So come to command prompt and ping to 10.0.0.1. Now what will happen? It is pinging. If it is pinging, then it is getting the MAC address and it is learning also. You can check also on the switch. Give exit and give command show MAC address table and see it is learning from where? F01. And how it is learning it? Statically. Why? Because we have told him to learn it and it is going to be permanent in nature. It is not dynamic. Why it is not in dynamic? Because I told you that it flushes that time. It flushes after every 300 seconds. Correct, no? So when you will change this PC, and if you connect one new PC with this, come to the PC, give IP 10.0.0.3. Now, if you will try to ping, what will happen? It will ping. How it will ping? New MAC address, no? It will not ping because now it is getting the new MAC address. The one that we have told him, it is not, he's not getting that same one. But your port will be up because we have used here restrict violation mode. And it will have also a violation count, right? See, not pinging. And check. Show port security on interface F01. 4. Again, if you will ping, it will increase. Not pinging. See, it 8. Correct, no?
Vishal, is it maintaining the MAC address of the
The last one, the previous one.
right one or the unknown one?
No, the known one, this one. This
Okay, this
PC.
is okay. Okay, okay. So only it'll only the violation count. It's not maintaining any the MAC address of the unknown.
No, it is not meaning that. Just it is telling you that 8 times it has tried to
Um,
communicate with the internal device.
Okay. And secondly, the first configuration, what we did, if we go back to the previous, like, PC2, it gonna ping, right? Again?
It will ping because already it knows that this is my legitimate PC. That's the
Okay.
okay. And see, I am showing you one more command that here by default, how many MAC addresses allowed? One. I want to change that. How will you change? You need to go to the interface number F0/1. Then you will write here switch port security. Then you will write here maximum. Then you will write a question mark and see this is the maximum number of MAC address that can be allowed from a single port of a switch. Correct? No? So if we write here 5, then what will happen? Maximum MAC address will be 5. That is being allowed. Right? Give exit. Give exit. Show port security on interface F01. And see this is the MAC address that we have changed 5. Okay. So first we will write what? How to change violation count, violation mode. For that, we used to write interface to change violation mode. We write here interface and interface number and what we write? Switch port, port security. Like by default, you know that we have to write mode access, all these things. At last, we write this port security and violation. Okay, and here you can write either restrict or protect the reason because by default shutdown is already present. To change the maximum number of MAC address that should be allowed on a single port, then we will use the command interface number, then switch port, port security maximum. And here you write the number. Correct, no? See,
Sorry,
when we
up to
were
how many you said? Up to maximum how many?
in the Cisco packet tracer, it is showing you 1 to 130.
एवढ्याच आता जरा दिवाळीमध्ये जरा जपून व्यवस्थित राहावं लागेल काय ते समजायला की उरकावं
You have to mute yourself, Dinesh.
कारण काय बी झालं
Okay. See, like I think you don't remember that once I told you that even we can change the maximum timer. See here. Do you remember this thing? That the default aging time on the switch is what? 300 seconds. That is going to be 5 minutes. So to change that, what is the command? MAC address table and aging time. How we change? Come to any switch, config space T, MAC MAC address table. Then what we have to write here? MAC address table and aging time. Okay, not support. I have to show you this in the EVNG. It is not possible. Okay. Just don't remember this command only. That MAC address table, and we need to specify aging time term. Then you have to write the time in seconds. Okay. Is it clear? Today we have completed EtherChannel, port security. Tomorrow we'll start DHCP, DNS. That's all for today. We'll stop the recording.